Hello, and welcome back to this Trails of Cold Steel 3 Let's Play with me, SLJRPG. In the last episode, we finished the Chapter 3, the trouble all happening in Ordis, but now we continue on to the next chapter, so I think, without further ado, let's just get into it. It's been a while since I played, so once again, life has got busy, but let's see what we're doing here. Norcia Province, Northern Area, skies above Isengard range. Of course, there was the Angelica George turning out to be a dick, or a gnome operative thing happened last episode. Trying to remind myself as I'm playing. The Imperial family's high-speed cruiser, the Courageous. So these must be students of main branch campus Thors. Their Panzer Soldants. It's of course a ship that we are formerly in control of, and there is Hugo Kleist. Interesting. Of course, Victor S. Arsiad. Or Viscount.
We are now over the western part of the Isengard mountain range. Estimated arrival in Heimdall is 1410.
Maintain current course and speed. Once we reach Ulster, adjust course to run parallel to the railroad.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You have my thanks, Your Grace. Your assistance this past week has been invaluable.
Think nothing of it. This is the Crimson Wing's job, after all. I've no doubt your first bout of field exercises in Northumbria saw you even busier than I. It is I who should be thanking you for your hard work.
To be honest, I'm having a difficult time deciding how to proceed as a teacher.
Perhaps that is a sign of General Craig's influence. I would advise you to follow your own convictions for the time being. That way, you may...
Ah, instructor. There you are.
Feels like he can do whatever he
Honor.
wants.
Greetings, my lord.
Seeing it up close, the Courageous is truly amazing. And though it was barely used during the Civil War, its main cannon is certainly impressive as well. Perhaps we should consider deploying a number of cruisers to match our fleet of battleships.
It's definitely an idea.
Cadet.
It is true that during an emergency, such power may prove beneficial. Learning when to use one's power and when to refrain is an important lesson. If that is the lesson your field exercises have taught you, then I'd say it is safe to declare them a success.
Don't know if you got that.
Yes, of course. My thanks, Captain Arsaid. I look forward to seeing you again.
They've definitely marketed this guy's a prick.
I wish you luck patrolling the summer festival alongside my older brother.
How does he know? So, here in Heimdall, in the catacombs where we have been previously, obviously. Because that endgame is coming, release for this game. That makes sense in of itself.
Damn it! How many times have they slipped away like that now? There's no end to it!
We need help from the Intelligence Division or the RMP.
Man, it'd be nice if all we had to deal with are those half-wits. But we can't afford to let our guard down. Spread out and lay low until the appointed time. Be sure you've got your ramdas ready to use.
Interesting.
Roger. Recommencing mission.
There's Planora glass.
Red flowers?
How's that growing through the stone?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's no end to them.
Vita is going around destroying all this stuff.
The eyes which served as the vessel for the bringer of miracles. But when the flame consumed the mirage, the fairy tale became that of the Empire. So as a professional, how do you intend to intervene?
Oh, was I that obvious?
Ooh. We know that name.
To be perfectly honest, I'm having a bit of trouble finding a lead. I was hoping we could work together as friends and colleagues and have ourselves a little information exchange. I could even help you bury the hatchet with the elder of your clan, perhaps?
Growls Ritter.
That's right. You have an agreement with her, don't you? Well, I'll consider your offer. However, I ask that you play nice from now on, Mr. Former History Instructor. Or should I say, Second Dominion, Thomas Lysander the Partitioner.
He's Second Dominion. Wow. Okay, that probably means he's very strong. Well, it's obviously voiced by Taliesin Jaffe. Be curious. Seems we're going to Heimdall. The Val Flame Palace. The Esmilius Garden, or Esmelas, however you wish to call it. Empress Priscilla.
I would not have expected that Olivert would be missing the party like this.
It is unfortunate, yet understandable, given the current situation.
Some shit's hitting the fan.
With the Crimson Wings safeguarding Heimdall's skies, I'm sure the citizens will feel at ease.
Yes, but I can't help but feel bad for him. I wonder if he's been upset over Cedric's actions of late.
Olivert isn't the type to let that get to him. You should know this as well as I.
No, you're right. He was only a young boy when he lost his mother and was adopted into the royal family.
Okay, some lore dump.
I would have understood if he hadn't accepted me, given his early life. But he gladly welcomed me as his stepmother and was truly happy when Alphen and Cedric were born.
Who's his mum?
Yes, that is the virtue he possesses. It's easy to believe he has friends not simply across Erebonia, but the entire continent.
Yes. However, recently, even though Cedric once looked up to his older brother, he...
Pardon me, Your Highness.
He has some issues.
Chancellor Osborne would like an audience.
Very well. Send him in.
Okay, some thanks. Here comes the Blood and Iron, aka Rean's daddy.
My apologies for interrupting, my liege. You as well, Lady Priscilla.
No. It's quite all right. I shall excuse myself now.
She seems to have some worries about the prince.
It is to be expected, so long as she sees things differently from you.
Understood.
In any event, it seems things are beginning to line up with what was written in the records.
Yes, though we set the timing for the Civil War ourselves.
They talking about the Black Records?
By this point, however, the ending is all but decided. But are you certain this is all right? Leaving everything in my hands?
As I told you 14 years ago, if there truly is no other way to avoid this end, then I shall leave it all to you.
Interesting.
It may place a great burden on my sons, but could not the same be said of you?
Definitely could be.
Yes, my liege.
Well, well, well. Radiant time, Delar. Curious. The movements are it's an interesting turn of events as we make our way into July. Or at least the 7th month. Right, with July, the summer was in full swing and leaves. However, with Thors moved back to being a traditional military academy, no styling uniforms were given out. Students at both main and branch campus were only allowed to remove the inner lining from their normal uniforms. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? Students at both campuses were wilting under the sun's harsh rays, so an event was about to take place that would bring them all together. The academy, the midterms, the exams, 4th period, Erebonian history. Up until now, we've covered the overview of the time period from the Great Collapse to the Modern Era. Starting this week, we're taking a more in-depth look at certain key individuals. We're starting with Drakel's Rise Arnar, father of the Imperial Renaissance. 250 years ago, he brought the War of the Lions to a close, ushering us into the Modern Era. Though he was born of the third Emperor, Emperor Valus V, he was born out of wedlock and ended up abdicating his status and wandering the Empire. He found himself at the edge of the Empire, the North Highlands. There he was welcomed by the nomadic tribes and spent years with them. Meanwhile, the Empire's mainland had been plunged into a bloody civil war. Originally, he had no interest in the throne, but once he saw the toll the war was taking on his country, he decided to put an end to it. He started with only 17 followers, 16 Nord warriors who decided to join him, and his confidant, the Knight Roland. Half a year later, though, Prince Drykel said would have a fateful encounter in the southeast of the Empire, in Legram. The daughter of the Count and leader of the Eisenritter, Rean Sandblad, the hero otherwise known as the Lance Maiden.
I have a question. Was that person you and the other instructors fought the real Saint Leanne?
I've been wondering the same thing. She came out and said it. Saint Leanne, the legendary knight. There's no way it could actually be her, but if her, the fight was intense. Well, instructor?
Without a doubt. She was tremendously strong, and that aura of hers certainly seemed real. But it's possible one of Ouroboros' members is just posing as her. Let's put that aside for now, though.
Don't be
stingy.
By the way, 254 years ago today, on July 4th, the War of the Alliance came to an end. Why have they chosen America? Okay, yeah, it's America. Now, keep in mind that test will cover the events from just before to just after the War of the Alliance. Make sure you review that time period thoroughly. I hate to admit it, but he is really good at teaching. Well, to be fair, he was a student himself till just last year. I heard his grades are pretty high too. Fourth in class, baby. He looks great in glasses too. Interesting. Do we have a homeroom? Okay, we must do. We do. I'm not lying. I wasn't just completely sure. That's probably the way to put it. So, anyway, about 4 days with midterms will begin tomorrow. General studies, military science, arts, information processing, combat technique. There'll be lots to cover, so good luck. You really read those out like it'd be easy. No way it's all going to be easy. I suppose we'll simply have to trust in everything we've learned thus far. By the way, little birdie told me the contents of our exams and the schedule will match that of the main campus. Wonder will our grades be posted alongside theirs? That's right. Both individual scores and class averages will be posted at both campuses, so it should be worth your time to study, wouldn't you agree? It's so blatant. So you're gonna make us compete. And the little crown prince is gonna be handed first place on a silver platter, yeah? He knows that's... I can totally see that happening. No, it won't happen. In the past, those were split into nobles and commoners, but grading has always been done fairly. The instructors know that I know the main campus wouldn't let grades be tampered with like that. So at the very least, the exam will be a level playing field. If you say so. That's one true love. There'll also be a little reward waiting for you guys once the exams are over. You have a free day to this weekend. You'll have a free day this weekend to look forward to. So give the exams your all. I'm giving you the exams for airborne history and combat techniques, so there's anything you're confused about before tomorrow. All preparations for the exams have been completed. Grades will be posted alongside the main campuses, but I don't expect there to be problems. Our curriculums should be in sync, thanks to that orbital net. It's great that we weren't able to work with the main campus instructors to come up with the exam questions. All that's left is for the students themselves to show us what they got. The Jaeger Corps have been confirmed to be retreating from the Empire since last month's field studies. According to the intelligence division, it appears society has withdrawn as well. I see. Well, if that's true, it's great news, but maybe we should stop being fully clenched all this time. Maybe we can stop being fully clenched all the time now. We cannot let our guards down completely. For the time being, we need at least to allow the students to just be students. Take care to not disclose any information regarding the exam questions. Feel free to clarify any questions the students have. Be a simple guiding hand in their studies. Looks like big bad Mr. Michael has really toned it down. He's always been very serious and responsible. Seems like he's been thinking with the students in mind recently. Let's do our best as much to help the students today as we can. We've still got some time before the school closes for today. Let's split up, gang. So we've got some things. Thanks today. Our exams will be held over the next 4 days, and this next Sunday is free. Location for the next field exercises will be announced too, so it's going to be a busy few days. There we go. Looks like everyone is working together to brush up on their weak subjects. There we go. A lot happened in all this. Wonder if the principal and the professor know anything about them. Might be worth asking. So, we got some messages on our Arcus. Thank you from Melissa. You know how to put this without sounding silly. Thank you for the nice present. Beautiful, elegant design that made me even realize it was a pinky ring at first. Though it was an engagement ring, which would have been fine by me, really. Just kidding, duh. Thanks to Henry, show off for the special occasion. Sharon. Macias. Very, very cute from Elise. Then from Alfin, it tasted divine. Oh, very, very cute. We'll take all of that. Oh, sorry, Major. A bit of a jump scare there. Right. So. There's some things we need to do. Round's principal room is not where I wanted to go. Tactical conference room is not where I wanted to go. I want to go to our staff room. Head into here and then I think we're going to try and get some information to do some excellent study tips with. So, investigate. Creating clean water during disaster. Pack bottom with a cloth. Pack charcoal. Sense pebble in that order. Pour water from above. We'll take that information. We will take that information. Right. Mr. Gwyn. We need to speak to you about Ouroboros. There we are. Principal Gwyn, you work like this? It's a little surprising. Actually, for some reason, my vision is unusually keen. I see everything in excruciating detail from up close to a great distance. I find myself getting annoyed with specks of dust floating in the air. To go with this, I commissioned these glasses to suppress my vision. Somehow, not surprising at all. All that's left to do with the exams tomorrow is to leave them to the students. Something you'd like to ask me about Ouroboros, perhaps? Yeah, so you knew. What are your thoughts about the report that the Jaegers and Ouroboros had pulled out of Erebonia? I'd certainly recommend taking it with a grain of salt. The Ions, Black Workshop. There's far too many unseen forces at work here. I agree. Regarding the maiden, we've sort of reached an answer of sorts. For better or worse. Huh? She's definitely called upon her full power when fighting the two of us. But if there was something more to her, something beyond the power of a human. she's out of the picture for good, then that's fine. Otherwise, she'll need to be ready for her. And by we, I mean all of you. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Understood. Nice. We get Aurelia Sans cape now. We will take that. So, we've got some bonding events to do. We can only do 3. And these will actually help certain things. Or rather certain... only help certain students with certain exams. So we're going to do the one for Juna, who I believe is in here. Nice, with Lenora. So let's speak to them. Why is this Empire history stuff so tricky for me? Did you get any of this, Leo? I can help you with crossbow stuff. We've got the actual history teacher here. You're the kind of the root. Indeed he is. How do I help you study? Sounds good. (1947). Can you guys name the 3 events that directly led to it? The next is the assassination of Prince Manfred, right? He was supposed to be emperor. Did actually know this, I read all the books. All the remaining princes were trying to claim the throne at once. First one to try and seize the throne was the 4th prince, Aureus, who is Kyan's direct relative, I believe. 2 years after the war began, Dracos raised an army to put it to an end. As soon as you understand the sequence of events, you should be able to answer. Nice, we'll take it. We'll take all of the stuff. They have the bonds. That's what I want to know. Sarah, we completed the Colonel's will. Right. So from there, we will do another one. I think one of the ones I wanted to do was Altina's. Speak to Miss Orion. You guys studying? Yes. We're reviewing music for the art class. Art is a difficult subject. It's quite subjective. We'll consume the bonding point. All good at the technical science. Don't know what to do about the impression. Written questions that memorization will not help you answer. It would be best for you to sharpen your creative sensibilities, Altina. How do I do that? A bunch of different pieces coming up with impressions is a good start. Can't just get Louise's answers. I think you need to know how they make you feel. We'll take it, we'll take it, we'll take it. And then, should we go for Curty Boy? Curty Boy. Oh. There's so many people doing all the stuff. Right, Kurt boy. You two are reviewing political ethics. Certainly do help them. An isolated gain. It's all above my head anyway. Your turn, Wayne. Violent fluctuations. It's an income game. Exactly. That was a tough one, but you got it. One day you catch up to you. Okay. Reach bond 3, which is nice, as we did a bunch of the bonding. Right. We've got some people here to speak to, because there's stuff flying everywhere. So, speak to Toa, Sandy, and Maya. Helping these two study. Sure am. Two of them a little bit worried about the questions or politics. Not to mention all the changes in the political landscape. Dissolution of the House of Representatives and the House of Peers. The establishment of the Central Diet and the 8 Metropolis Plan. All sounds like a foreign language. If you're the term, would you mind helping us, Harry? There's only so much I can cover on my own. Sure thing. We can help give the students advice on political ethics. Nice. And then I believe if we speak to Sandy for a second time, all the good things. We'll take it. Right. Let's go speak to the next layers of people down the hall. Freddie, Kyrie, and Gustav. What are you doing? All studying for the test together. Going subject to subject, teaching each other what we know best. That's where I come in. How about the boys? Get that AP. Let's speak to Tita and her friend Jessica. You two studying orbital technology? For now. Could you teach Tita about military science? She's teaching me about ordnance. Well, doesn't sound like there's much I can help with in here. AEDs, there we go. We'll take it, we'll take it. Right, over to the school cafeteria. Speak to Randy and the boys. Hey Rean. Hey Randy. Teaching the military students? City was just about to head out. He's got potential. Kid shouldn't give up so easily. He's planning on studying somewhere tonight. Figured I should give relax for a bit first. A little bit rough with sitters. We'll take it. We need to buy ourselves a new Imperial Chronicle. Don't overdo it, Gina. Don't overdo it. We'll buy one of those. Then, what we're going to do to end the episode is there should be... Name you say? Let's check in. Just thought we'll check in. See if they're doing alright. Was that it? No, we need to go wrong way. Nope, wrong way. We need to go up. Oh my god, what am I doing? Thors Branch Compass. Then we need to speak to the Northumbrian. Valeria. Oh, Valerie, is there a problem? I was just wondering why you were studying. What else has gone together and studied the weakest subjects? Must I do the same as everyone else? Besides, exams are for measuring your average knowledge. If you cram the day before, it's not a proper measurement. I suppose, but I thought he would open up a little since you first got her. Guess she just got as aloof as ever. Oh yeah, you joined the Modern Music Club. How's that been going? That reaction says it all. You having some trouble with the club? I'll say I am. Why does it matter to you? I appreciate if you quit prying into my personal matters. I've nothing to talk with you about. Is that so? Okay, so we need to speak to everyone else about what's going on. Some of these guys are into... We know that Gustav's in here, so let's head to here. Sup, Gus? I wanted to ask you about Valerie. Did something happen in Modern Music Club? She reminds me of a noble, or extremely rare. I wonder if she grew up being resented by those around her. It's possible. Should speak to Pablo next, who we know is in the student cafeteria. Speak to Pabs. Instructor can help you with something. Ask you about Valerie. Talk to her about her vocals. She never sings in front of people. Heard her sing herself a few times and her voice is just too good. She doesn't want to be in the spotlight. So we can go talk to Valerie about the situation. See what is happening. Speak to Elval. Are you still here? I talked to Pablo. I think you should find a way to make up with Pablo. You're such a busybody. Well, if it was just a normal argument, I wouldn't step in like this. But seeing there's something you've been bottling up. Bottling up? I'm sure you'll deny it, but you want to be on focus more than anyone, don't you? Not true. Well, sorry if I am being a busybody, but you're from a noble family in Northumbria, right? That seems to be true. So what if I am? Just that if that were the case, I can imagine the circumstances you must have endured. You're not wrong there. Back when Northumbria was still a principality, the nobility system was still in place. After the Northumbrian disaster, the government was remade and nobility abolished, though they kept their wealth to some extent. In a poor country like ours, the children born into wealth and comfort were of course victims of envy and spite. Okay, sure. Well, it's a difficult line to spread, isn't it? It's not. It's difficult. Never be mean to someone because where they came from, you can be angry at the system in place. Valerie, on top of that, I have another secret. My family is related to the former Grand Prince of Northumbria, Balmond. Oh, so she's royalty. Sure you know the story, after all, you're a history teacher. Grand Prince Balmond, the traitorous ruler who fled Northumbria during the disaster 28 years ago. Any family with connections with him is the family of devils, mine included. How could you say such a thing? They've been listening. Hey, how long were you two there? We were pretty much the whole time, sorry. Pablo and I were just worried, though. This school is full of busybodies. Fine, I'll let you two know as well. Nothing good will come of associating with me, so... Don't be daft. Did they are. Even that stuff even made me angry. Family of devils, none of that matters in the world of rock. I come to think of it, it might even come in handy. Rock's all about the soul. Your upbringing doesn't have anything to do with that. There's a lot of people I know that would disagree with that statement. Here, Valerie, it's about time you stop bottling it up. Take those emotions and light a fire to them. Let them blow right up. awful Scots accent. Hey, sure he means he just wants to play some rock music with you now. Right, let's go get the key to the art room. Hey, what are you? So she's a former Balmond prince. How did it end up like this? No whining about. Yeah, you just gotta do it. I know, screw it. We'll take it. Brilliant. Your music was almost entrancing. About to say pretty darn close to professional.
Flattery won't get you anywhere.
No need to be shy. It was square 1,000 times better than any lyrics that fall out of my gob. From now on, you're focusing on vocals. Is that right with you, Valerie?
Fine, whatever.
It's too late for me to back out anymore anyway. Secret's out now. Does that mean you'll agree to it? Yeah, I give up. There we go. We get a note from Valerie, which is very cute. Right, student store. We're almost done. Almost done. Apparently there's already a costume I can buy.
A shout and I'll get you what you need.
That's how you do a Scottish accent. Mine is terrible. But that's fine.
Hope to see you again. Alright there.
Blonde hair, Aurelia, I'm going to buy just because we want to. And exchange some of this. So I need it.
Catch you later.
Catch you later indeed. Right. With that being done, and I think now with all of that, there's only one option to do, one thing left to do, but I think we're going to do it next time, which is to speak to Professor Smith about his thoughts on Ouroboros. Speak to Mint. Talk.
Alrighty, let's begin!
No new Master Quartz for there.
See you later! See you later!
We can...
Huh? Alrighty, let's begin!
We've got a whole bunch of these that we can do. Any of these worth doing? We'll do 2 breakthroughs. Get some of these ones down. If we can do them, I'm making them so we can have the option. Some of these are gonna get crazy though, and I'm definitely not gonna be able to do it, but I can definitely make that one. So let's get these on the go. Boom, 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 boom. Sunbreaker 3, Holy Breath 3, just some of these ones we're picking up when we're moving around. We seemingly are getting a lot of new material all points anyway, so I'm not that worried about any of that. Should I just take the money for these?
Huh? Tunnel red. Alrighty, let's begin!
I haven't got enough U material because I just use it all for no reason. That's fine, we're going to chance another point. Get it all.
Huh? Tunnel ready.
Insert.
Huh? Tunnel ready.
HP 3. And I will say, I will see you guys next time. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys then when I speak to old Schmitty boy over there. Peace and love.